I'm going to go straight to the point since I want to reveal a system to you guys, which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to teach everything about the system. So for today, take uh, I'll take you guys on the Deriv system. Then for tomorrow, I think it will be the Forex MT4 system. Why next tomorrow will be the trading view for Forex. But it's all for your benefits. I don't think after these 3 days with you guys are going to lack anything, because everything I'm going to be teaching you is rule-based. Okay, so for today, it is strictly volatility and volatility and
Oh
boom.
yeah, you people should watch me. I'm taking that thing. Oh yeah, come and watch.
So for today, it is strictly volatility. Tomorrow, I'll deal with boom and crash specifically. But I noticed that as much as boom and crash is good, there is money in volatility also, and it is necessary if we have a system that works on volatility. So for those who do not have a laptop, try not to worry not. I will create a phone system for you guys. I'm doing this just because I only want everybody to succeed when it comes to trading. Trading is the hardest way to make the easiest money, but it is possible. So let's open our MT5 system. These are some of the trades I had yesterday. Now, how does this system work? It works with a candlestick pattern, okay? What are the time frames? So take note of this. Rules for making use of this system. There are two systems I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Rule one. So I'm going to be starting with the trading system one. Trading system one. This is all about smart money concept. So, and then for the trading system two, which I'll review today to you guys, I will also give you guys, it will be about trend following strategy. So smart trading system two. Trend following strategy. Okay, let me just increase this a little. So I'm going to give the rules for both of them. So for the trading system one, which is this, let's start with this one. We are using candlestick patterns. And the only candlestick pattern we are using is the bullish engulfing. So rule number one, we are using candlestick patterns, which is the bullish, sorry, let me just say the engulfing candle, the engulfing candle, and then the cross candle. So part of this is what time frame are we using it on? Rule number two, we are using it on the 1 hour, and N3 is on the 15 minutes. One hour time frame to mark our levels, and N3 is on the what, 15 minutes. Okay, so just follow me closely. All right. Rule number three, you look out for engulfing, either bullish or bearish on the 1 hour. You look out for the cross candle pattern, either bullish or bearish on the 1 hour time. Take note of these rules, okay? Make sure you write them down. I'm trying to. So for the trading system one, we are using candlestick patterns. And the good thing is we have an indicator that would show you this pattern. So you are not trying to figure it out yourself. Else, I would have been drawing how the candlestick pattern looks like. So if we go to the chart, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. The only thing you might be doing is marking break of structures. I believe almost everybody here knows that. What I mean is when I say when you mark break of structure, because that's the first thing you look at for. But for this trading strategy, it's not really important. So for a downtrend, let's say the market is moving downwards, you should just know that at these levels, okay, you have a support being broken, another support being broken, and another support being broken. And so you can have your candlestick patterns at these levels on the 1 hour time frame. It can be anywhere, okay? The candlestick patterns is the criteria for entry, all right? Wherever they are, as long as there is a break of market structure, let me write it down, BMS, so we are going to use BMS. As long as there's a break of market structure, then you're good to go. So just follow me closely. I know I'm teaching as if you all are professionals, but trust me, there is nothing in this lesson you're not going to understand. Okay, but let's deal with the full strategy first, and then I can sort out those little confusions you have. So rule number one, you know, on your chart, you have from 1 minute to daily time frame. We are looking at what? The 1 hour time frame first. And what are the candlestick patterns we are looking at for? We are looking at for an engulfing. The engulfing can either be a bearish engulfing. It can either be a bearish engulfing or a bullish engulfing. Please keep this in mind. If we don't see an engulfing pattern, we need to see a cross pattern, and a cross pattern can either be a bearish cross or a bullish cross, because these are all smart money concepts type of what? Candlestick patterns. They are all otherwise known as demand and supply zones you can use on your chart naturally, because price respects them a lot. I'm going to show you live trades which I took on volatilities, and they have been amazing. So this is volatility 25. Now, let me zoom out very well. On the 1 hour time frame, you can see this bearish engulfing. So let's start with this first one that was here. This bearish engulfing, let's mark it. So note from this point, let me put a line here. From this point, assume that the rest of this chart has not occurred. Like this is just the candle you're seeing, a bearish engulfing has been formed. You need to mark the order block or the previous candle. So let me just teach you quickly how to mark. So if you have a bearish engulfing like this, the previous candle before that candle is what? The order block. So let me just use this as green color. So what do? You take a horizontal box and then you what? Mark it. So let's change this horizontal box to this. Okay, cool. Now this is your bearish engulfing candle. Let's increase the opacity. Now you have a bearish engulfing candle here. It can either cover the previous one. In some cases, it doesn't. In other cases, it does. As long as the body closes below the candle wick, you have a bearish engulfing, but you don't need to stress about what it looks like. You already have an indicator, which I'll be sharing with you, that does that for you, okay? Now, when a bearish engulfing forms, what are you covering? From the tip of the bearish engulfing, that is from, if you have a situation whereby the bearish engulfing is above the previous one, you mark from the top of that engulfing down to the body of the previous candle, because it's expected that price can move out, tap in, and then fall, right? So in situations whereby the engulfing candle does not, let's say it's below, let's say it's like this, even if it's still an engulfing candle, you mark the previous candle down to the wick of the previous candle, and then of course you extend. Okay, this is how you mark. So in this case, we mark the, yeah, look at it here. So we mark this one. Sorry, let me zoom in close so that you can see. Aha. So this is the bearish engulfing. So we are marking the previous candle and then we extend. Then rule number 2, we need to be sure that it broke what? Structure. I didn't put it. Well, let me just put it. So you go back to the 15 minutes and you look at that level, 15 minutes. Just zoom out a little. Perfect. Now you can see that there was a break of what? Structure at this point. Look at it here. So let me just change this to a different color. Let me make it black. Now, what do you have to do? On 15 minutes, since on 1 hour, you can see a bearish engulfing, make sure on 15 minutes, you can still see a bearish what? Engulfing. So you come here, you mark the bearish engulfing on 15 minutes. Now, this is going to be your entry. On 1 hour, this was your bearish engulfing, but you have to see a bearish engulfing or a bearish cross on 15 minutes time frame. If you don't see it, you are not entering that trade, okay? Now, since we are able to spot a bearish engulfing on 15 minutes, all you have to do is mark and extend, hoping that price is going to come to that previous candle, tap on it and fall. But in this case, it's worked on the breaker block, but I'm not teaching breaker block today. It didn't come to the, help me out, to the bearish engulfing on 15 minutes. So this trade was actually missed, and I wouldn't possibly have taken it, except you are advanced in the sense that if you mark the previous candle, you can enter at the 50% of the previous candle, and then of course get a sniper. But that's not the point of discussion today. So on 1 hour time frame, let's zoom in, a bearish engulfing is formed. On 15 minutes, you need to be sure that a bearish engulfing is also formed in 15 minutes. Then of course, you mark the previous candle, everything, and then extend your horizontal box, hoping that price comes in here and moves. So nothing happened. And then we had another opportunity. So look at the next bearish engulfing. So we are going to mark the previous candle, right? Now, since we have marked the previous candle, we cannot just enter on the 1 hour time frame. Yes, a lot of persons do that, but your stop loss is going to be big. Imagine entering at this point. You're going to be putting your stop loss over 13,000 points. Let's just say 131 pips. Okay, that's pretty much. All you have to do is, now that you have spotted a bearish engulfing on the 1 hour time frame, you go to the 15 minutes time frame. Look at it here. Can you see a bearish engulfing, guys? So what do you have to do? You reduce that horizontal box to cover the previous candle, okay? And then you wait for price to tap into that box, and you can see how we had a powerful trade at this point. I believe this makes so much sense. Will you have a lot of winners? Yes. Will you have losses? Yes. Nothing is 100% win when it comes to trading. However, following this rule-based system, you are going to make so much, because the risk to reward, at least, it's nothing going to be short of 1:3 and above. Now, I wish I had all the time in this world. There are other conditions you may probably look out for, but for now, let's just keep things simple. You go to the 1 hour time frame. You are looking at for what? Let's go to our rule. An engulfing candle or a cross candle. So either a bearish engulfing or a bullish engulfing, or a bearish cross or a bullish cross. And I'm going to give you guys the system. This is the smart money concept system. And then the good thing about it is you are not just entering a trade off the 15 minutes or just a single time frame. You are entering based on multi-time frame analysis. And so you're looking at the larger time frame, which we are using as what? The 1 hour, and then we're entering on a smaller time frame, 15 minutes, making our stop loss very small. Okay, that makes so much sense, right? So you can see how we had a perfect sell entry. Now, I think I had another one on throughout yesterday. I've been trying to work on this system so that you guys just get the best out of this. I had Dex 900 up, yes, good. Now, guys, take a look at this. On the 1 hour time frame, can you see a bullish cross? And so what did I do? I marked it. I marked it and then, of course, extended. So I'm going to zoom. I'm trying to be fast with this first one so that we can have time for the second trading system. That one is also going to blow your mind. So you remember I taught you guys how to mark. We are marking the order block. First, we have a bullish cross. Cool. Now go to M15 to be sure that it broke a structure. Now you can see, yes, it broke a structure. Cool. All right. Now, are you seeing that on the 15 minutes time frame, we still had a bullish cross, right? So what do you mark? The previous candle behind it. And look at what happened. Price came back to it and voila, perfect entry, beautiful sniper execution. 1 hour time frame, bullish cross, 15 minutes, make sure that that bullish cross is still there. You mark the other block. Will you have instances where your trade hits a stop loss? Of course, yes. But these entries will give you so much peace of mind. You might have a situation where it moves in your favor for a while, goes back to hit your stop loss. You can be very sensitive with your trades. If you're okay with your profits, of course, nobody is saying you should stay so long in the market, okay? But doing this, catching spikes with it, it is an amazing feeling, all right? But the focus for today is volatility, but it works amazing on boom and crash, though I have a system for boom and crash specifically designed for you guys tomorrow, okay? So I'm not trying to rush every trading system. Even this one, I'm actually teaching you guys how it has the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of it, but let's start little by little. So let's go back to the first signal we took. This happened yesterday. On 1 hour time frame, rule number 1, look for a bullish engulfing, bullish, bearish engulfing, bullish cross, bearish cross. So now let's work with what we have. So for today on volatility 25, we have a bearish cross, right? So let's do a practical example. So I'm going to mark the candles. Sorry. So I'm going to mark this. Now I need to go to 1 hour, 15 minutes to be sure there is a break of structure and to be sure I have that same candle pattern there. Now look at this, perfect. Do we have a break of structure? Of course, yes, we have this trend line break of structure, which is good for us. So now we can reduce that 1 hour to this. We have a bearish engulfing on the 15 minutes. So we are saying that there is every possibility, and if you notice, there is an FVG before the bearish engulfing. And this particular bearish engulfing also swept liquidity. So we have a lot of confirmation for us. And so we are saying if price gets to this point in volatility 25, all we need to do is look for a bearish candle here. But take note, if a candle forms here, let's say a candle forms here, let me change this. If a bearish candle forms here and it goes above this box, don't enter the trade. It has been invalidated. Both the wick of the candle and the body of the candle has to be inside this box. Now, that is how you confirm if the market is going to keep going in your direction. All right, that is how to confirm. But if for any reason we have a situation whereby the candle goes above your box you have marked, do not enter the trade. Note, do not set pending orders trying to catch snipers like just the way I have on my Forex. On come up, come up, come up, come up. So just the way I had all these snipers sell, pending orders, buy, some hit stop loss, like this was I think yesterday, and I'm having a buy right now. Do not do that on volatility. On volatility, you need to watch, you need to confirm, you need to be sure that you have everything in your favor. You need to be sure that the market is going to go in your direction and you do not need that zone to be invalidated. And so if you have a candle wick that goes above that box which you have drawn, then of course you are in for soup. Just ignore the trade. Okay, I haven't shared this system with you. I don't know. Are there other trades I should? But I believe you guys get the gist for this first trading system. And let's move to the second one. I think the class is being recorded. So for those of you who missed it, I'll upload the video so you can watch. So for the second trading system, let me switch to the templates. This is beautiful. For those of you who don't like stress in life, okay? Now, how does this work? We are also using a multi-time frame analysis, okay? First things first, you look at the 1 hour time frame. Now, this is a trend following system. Without even much ado about nothing, if you look at the candles, whenever the candles changes to brown, price moves so much in your favor. Whenever it changes to, let me just use blue because this is, I don't know what they call it, but let's just use blue to give this a name. So now, how does this trading system work? For buy positions, just give me a moment. Let me end this class and then send you another link so that we can have a full 40 minutes time frame. All right. So just stay. I will resend the link on the platform.